Hello and welcome back to our Final Fantasy X HD Platinum walkthrough. We're finally leaving the Camlands. I know you guys are probably pretty sick of it by now. So, you can see a chocobo off in the distance. That's not really where we're going, but it's off in that direction. So we're going to hop on our own chocobo, just to speed up the journey. And you want to head east, and then north. Unfortunately, you can't go directly northeast because those little cracks in the ground, you can't walk over them. As ridiculous as that may seem, you just can't walk over them. You have to go all the way around. So anyway, head north. It's marked by the red arrow of linearity, so you'll find it. We must leave our chocobo behind now, unfortunately. So we're going to just do some more sphere griddy stuff. Obviously, Waka, Tidus, and Orin, being my monster catchers, they got a bit of a boost over the last video. And that's okay. They're not going to leave anybody behind, and even if they did, it wouldn't matter. Because that was optional content. It would just make those three a little bit stronger than they normally would be. Alright, so hit the old save point. As you can see, I like to live dangerously, and I'm banking a whole YouTube series on one save file, because that's the kind of joker I am. But anyway, halt, says the Guado.
Summons from Lord Seymour. Come with us.
No, I don't want to.
We have nothing to discuss with Maester Seymour.
Maester Seymour is a dildo.
Yeah, so out of our way.
That's
Lord
Tidus'
Seymour's
menacing
commands
voice.
Must be obeyed.
Out of our way.
I warn you, the Maester doesn't need you alive.
He doesn't need anybody alive. Being dead has no consequences in Final Fantasy X. Oh no, a rock golem. Did you say golem or golem? I like to say golem. Anyway, we have to fight this particular golem. His name is Defender X. And he has the potential to be difficult. But the way I fight him makes him a little bit of a joke. So first thing I want to do is cast Hastica, because I have it, and it's useful. Then I guess, attack him if you want to. Right now, he's got high defense and high attack, so you need to use some breaks. You see, 900 damage? That's not very good. I can use Armor Break, I can use Power Break, I can use Magic Break, whatever. Or I can use Banishing Blade and inflict him with all 4 breaks at once. If you didn't get the Eject Spheres, don't worry, you can do it one turn at a time. I recommend Power Break first, just to lower his damage. Alright, this is the first step to making this an easy fight. There's actually another way that you can completely trivialize the fight, and I will show you that as well. But for now, assuming you wanted to fight him normally, breaks are the way to go. Okay, that would have done more damage than that. He's a scary boss if you're not prepared. Now with the breaks, I'm just gonna hit him with an old reel here. Again, you've got 20 seconds. Take your time. There is no panic at all. I don't think he has any particular elemental weakness, so ice was handy. That's already 16,000 damage. 17,000 damage. I think that is... I think he has 64,000 health, off the top of my head. It's quite a lot of health. But anyway, let's get in Yuna, deliver an old Cura. Not majorly important. Womp. There's a lot of damage, he does put out a lot of damage. But I mean, he'll die very quickly from here, as you can see. There's Blast Punch. Now, Blast Punch is a gravity type attack, insofar as it only does a percentage of your current HP, so it can't actually kill you ever. And that is part of how you break this fight completely, if you're so inclined. But I just want to show that you don't need to break it. Although, if Yuna had a little bit less health, she'd be dead now. So, think about that. I'll just pull in Riku, mug him, There's some lunar curtains. I think that's what that was. You know, the damage comes thick and fast. Blast punch again. Not too scary. The only thing is he can follow it up with a more dangerous attack. Like that haymaker he does. And that's where it becomes dangerous. But here's how you break the fight. If you use Provoke, which Tidus learns fairly early on, he will now only use Blast Punch on Tidus for the rest of the fight. That's it. He's done. He can't do anything now. All he can do is Blast Punch Tidus, who will never die. Of Kimahri's limit breaks, or overdrives I should say, Siege Shot is the strongest that I have right now. That's not quite true. Self-Destruct is stronger, but obviously he won't get any AP if we blow him up, so we're not going to do that. Lay into him with an overdrive. You know, do whatever you want. Just whittle his health down. Once you've got him down to about 10,000 health, you're going to want to do the old Aeon overdrive to finish him off. Lulu hasn't had a turn yet, so let's do that. Let's use a Fury, because what am I saving him for? Waterga, because why not? The higher the level of the spell, the more spins you have to do to get a level onto the Fury overdrive. So getting 9 for a 3rd level spell, that's okay, that's pretty normal. It seems to max out at 9 anyway. But getting 9 of, say, Flare or Ultima, that would be very difficult to do. And kind of pointless anyway. Her overdrive gets gradually less and less useful as the game goes on. Now I'm just trying to think, how much health does he have? So bring in Yuna, as I believe she has Scouter. We have Bahamut. Time to finish things off. So my Bahamut was very weak. I still feel like he's not as strong as he should be, but he's a good deal stronger now. So I'm just gonna let rip with Mega Flare. Just keep an eye on this damage, see how much it does exactly. Boom. What are we looking at here? Still only 11,000. Not very good. Obviously enough for the overkill, but still. Everybody went up a level. We got 4 level 2 key spheres because that was the overkill. Definitely worth getting. More HP for Yuna. Her HP is what saved her there in that fight. So I certainly can't begrudge it. Strength for Tidus, always appreciated. MP for Waka. Not that pointless, but I mean, at a certain point he's not realistically going to need any more MP. 1 magic defense. I was looking up there. There's zombie attack. Zombie attack's okay. You know, I can't think of any situation where I'd need it, but it exists. And for Riku, almost went backwards there. We're going to go down. That's fine. Okay, I'm just going to cure up with Yuna. I know there's a save sphere right behind me, but who could be bothered with that? Now, if we cross that bridge, that will lead us to Mount Gagazet, which is where we're supposed to be going. However, there is a neat little side area down here.
This isn't the way in?
No, it's not.
That way leads down into the valley.
Wow, you know your way around, yeah? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah! Okay. So down into the valley is where we are going. Because down in the valley lies the Chamber of the Stolen Fayth. So let's go. Any minute now I'm going to walk down there. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 4 and 3, 5, there we go, down the hill, okay, into the valley. Now the Cavern of the Stolen Fayth is exactly what it sounds like. It is a cavern. There is a faith in there that was stolen. That's F-A-Y-T-H, not F-A-I-T-H, of course, those are 2 different things. You can see there's some Crusaders wandering around down here, and we're going to see why this area is important to them in a moment. And it's going to be important to us as we move on through the game. Particularly once we get around to collecting all of the celestial weapons, we'll be coming back here. Actually, I don't think we will. I think we've already got... We're going to get what we need down here now. We won't be coming back here. My mistake. So here's some enemies. The mech scouts are the same as the ones in the Camlands, I believe. Obviously, that dude in the middle is a little different looking. I don't know why I did that. Okay. They're not that dangerous. They can poison you. Pretty scary. But they're not that dangerous. In terms of weaknesses, no elemental weaknesses. Just beat them up and move on. They look like Click, which was the first boss. And they're a lot stronger than him. As you can see, the Crusaders, this is where I don't know, Lord Meehan did something here. There's a guy swinging his sword. Having a little bit of practice. We'll talk to him in a second. Let's move Yuna along. Ah yes, the enemies dropped that buzzer beater. Not gonna worry about it. So, let's talk to this dude. Hi, Summoner Yoken once trained here. Crusaders also train here. Okay. No, you're all screwed. Now pick up this sword. The rusty sword. Now forget that we even have it. Just bear in mind it's in our inventory. If we didn't get it, we'd have to come back later. We do have it, and now when the time comes, we'll be able to bring that to where it needs to be. There's a fight right before the save point. But that's cool. Okay, so a little bit of agility for Waka. That's great. Moving Kimari up, we're going to learn, well, his magic defense scope. We're almost going to learn that. And that's cool too. Some more HP for Riku. And in the next episode, well, look at that HP for Orin. And then in the next episode, we will head into this Cavern of the Stolen Fayth, learn a little bit more about Lulu, and get a new Aeon. So stay tuned.